Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I got my coffee and I'm going to keep it very still today. You guys, I saw your comments yesterday about my coffee and I was talking to you and I was so excited about that truck bundle and about the night before and everything going live at midnight. And I was probably overtired and I was holding my coffee and you guys were like, Rose, you're going to spill your coffee. You're going to spill your coffee. It's a super funny thing that happened yesterday. Anyway, I'm going to keep this very still. I'm going to put it down soon so that I don't drop it. How are you doing? It's Friday. Thank you for being here with me. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning to you too. Hello, I can't read sometimes. Sometimes it's very small. Virginie? Virginie. Yeah, I said it right. Hi, Maggie. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Georgine. How are you all doing? It's Friday. Good morning. Good morning to you too. TJ. Hello, Jenny. It has been a fun week, you guys, playing with the Crafting for You bundle. I am not done with this bundle, let me tell you. I'm going to be making lots and lots of fun cards with this one. It's a great card, great bundle to make for all your crafty friends. Send them and let them know you're thinking about them. And hello, Maria. Hello, everybody that's popping in. Hello, Pat. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Christine from Winnipeg. Hi, Randy. Hi, Cindy. Okay, so today I have a fun fold card. It's the tri-fold accordion card we're going to make today. Love, love, love. Hi, Colleen. Hello, everybody. Hi, Linan. Hi, Lynette. Hello, Maria from Puerto Rico. Hello, Judy. Good morning, Kim. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Debbie from Illinois. Hi, Donna. Thanks for the heads up on the truck bundle. Yeah, if you missed out, you guys, I know some of you messaged me. There was a little bit of a blip in the system yesterday. I just got to say shout out to those people over at Stampin' Up! And the customer service desk because they must have been very stressed yesterday with all the phone calls. So as you know, we have, not we, but Stampin' Up! Has just implemented a new warehouse management system. And now they, had this big launch, not last night, night before. And there was some confusion with the truck bundle. So in the morning, it looked like it was gone just for about a couple hours there. I was gone for my walk and I came back and I got a message saying, no, it's available again. So I was trying to respond to you all to say, go get your truck bundle punch because the trucking along bundle because it was available. And then it did sell out, right? But I want to just reassure you that this is an online exclusive, which means that it is available online on the website. So you can keep an eye on the website. And when it says on the red letters that say currently unavailable, that means that it's coming back. Okay. If you go on the website and you can't find it, it's gone, then it's gone. But that one is coming back and it's expected to be back in inventory July 17th, the week of July 17th, which isn't that far off. So hang tight. As soon as I know, as soon as I get a glimpse of it being in inventory, I'm going to let you know. So don't worry, hopefully you'll be able to get it the next round when it comes back. Hi everyone. Hello, Sonia. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Thank you for sharing my video. I appreciate that so much. Hello, Marlene from Edmonton. Let me see. Yahoo! Everybody loves a parade, watching you and the parade. Yes, it is Friday before the Calgary Stampede. And as you guys know, I tell you every morning, I'm joining you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And when the Stampede comes to town, you guys, it is such an amazing thing. There are Stampede breakfasts everywhere. There are people wearing Western wear. I should have my Western wear on today. All kinds of stuff. The downtown shuts down for a parade. And there will be just so much stuff going on this week. It's a very fun time in our city. And, it's a world-renowned thing. Pretty much everybody knows about the Calgary Stampede. All right, so that's what's happening here. Good morning, Janet from Southern Ontario. Hello, hello. Hi, Rosemary from Brooklyn, Ontario. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Dorothy. Hello, Donna. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to get started on this fun, bright colored card. And I got some new designer series paper I want to share with you. I'm going to feature this package today because it is so, oh my goodness, the colors and the patterns in this paper is just striking, right? So let me just put my coffee down so I don't spill it. It really cracked me up when I was reading your comments about, oh my gosh, she's going to spill her coffee. I was holding it on an angle. None of that today. I got a better sleep last night. I wasn't up at 3:30 in the morning placing a Stampin' Up! Order. I was dragging my feet all day yesterday. Anybody else like me? I know some of you were up in the middle of the night. Good morning, good morning. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to flip my camera, point you down at my work surface here, and we'll get started on this trifold accordion card using the Crafting With You bundle. The link is at the bottom of my video here, and I have 4 card packages to send you when you spend $60. And don't forget, when you spend $60 before shipping and tax, you're going to get an email from Stampin' Up! With some, with every $60 you spend, you're going to get a $6 bonus coupon to be used in August. So, you know, who doesn't love a coupon for $6 off, right? So yesterday when I placed my order, I got my email and I have it saved, and I'm going to use those coupons in August and I'll save a bunch of money. All right, here we go. We're going to flip and point you down. Here we go. Okay, there we have some sun in our yard. Last night it rained and it thundered. Oh my goodness, we had really loud thunder and lightning go through, but it's over now, and now we've got nice wet grass and nice moisture so that we don't hopefully have to worry about anything with fires. Okay, let's get started here. Hello, Millie from Montana. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm going to see. Yes, it was super busy day yesterday, but you know what? It's okay. You got to have some busy days, right? Okay, so we're going to start off here with, what should we start off with? Our card base. We'll start off with the card base. Now I have Berry Burst. This is a returning color. Love, love, love Berry Burst. And it measures 4 1/4 by 11. So you're going to get 2 of these out of a sheet of cardstock. So I have to do 4 different score lines. So I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored board, and we're going to do this. Actually, let me just bring that in and I'll put the cardstock on it. But I do want to show you the paper before I get started. The paper I'm featuring today for my video is called Masterfully Made 12 by 12. Oh my heavens, have you guys seen this paper? I'm going to, let's just see if I can raise my camera up and get a better look at this paper. It is stunning. So we've got, here's the first pattern. Look at this. We've got the mountains, the sky. It looks like torn paper, right? It's like, that's how they've made it out of different pattern paper. It is so striking, you guys. So that's the first pattern. I'll show you the flip side. The flip side of that one also has torn strips of paper in different patterns and textures with Berry Burst. So that's the first pattern. Then we have, look at this one. I love this. This one has lots of details here. We've got our paper florals. So you can take this, if you're a scrapbooker, you could cut this in half at 6 inches and you'll have 2 pieces, and you can use one for one side of your page, one for the other. I love, love, love that technique. And if you look closely, these are paper flowers, and they are all the details, right? The leaves, the flowers. And then in the background, there's also like some print, some type print. Love it. And then the background, we have our Lost Lagoon coming through here, pretty peacock color, which is another returning color. Again, torn paper. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. I love it. Okay, so that's the second pattern. Then we have, look at this one. This is stunning, just stunning. All these little blooms here, and then the border around the sheet is just so gorgeous. I almost don't even want to chop this up, right? It's just so pretty. And then the flip side of that one has beautiful, this looks like Highland Heather to me. Highland Heather with some darker purple accents. Let me tell you the colors. Let's see, we've got Fresh Freesia. Yes, Fresh Freesia. Oh, Highland Heather's not even mentioned in here. Okay, so Fresh Freesia on here, and We've got Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Melon Mumbo, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, and Sweet Sorbet. Love this pattern. Really, really, really pretty. Then look at this one. It's like someone took, a few hours of their life and cut up all of these little pieces of paper and arranged them in like the rainbow, right? And I just love it. I love, love, love it. And the flip side of that one has a beautiful Pretty Peacock design here. So nice. And it's the same. I never noticed this, but let me bring back that last sheet I was showing you. It's kind of the same a little bit different. This one has... there's more, you can see, I'll hold it close so you can see there's like print in the back. This one does not have it, okay? But still, two gorgeous pieces of paper. Love it. Look at this one, you guys. It's like an ombre going dark navy down into some lighter blues, and then we blend down into these smaller flowers. We've got Berry Burst here, Fresh Freesia. I see Pretty Peacock coming through. And again, if I hold it close, you can see there's like that little bit of a typeset in the background. Oh my gosh, it's so striking. Let's see. I'm just scrolling to see if I'm missing any of your comments. This paper is unbelievable. Masterfully made. Yes, it is definitely masterfully made. Okay, so that's that pattern. The flip was the Pretty Peacock. Okay. This one is your gorgeous, gorgeous paper flowers and the leaves and everything. And then the flip side of that one has Lemon Lime Twist. Is it Lemon Lime Twist? Let me see. Did I say Lemon Lime Twist? Yeah, Lemon Lime Twist. There is Lemon Lolly in here too, but this is definitely Lemon Lime Twist, and it's the strips of paper. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Let me bring that back in and show you the pattern we're going to use today on my card. We are going to use this one right here. Remember the little torn pieces of paper? Gorgeous paper. We're going to use that on the card. And, I love this paper so much that I actually don't even know what side to use because I love both of them. Okay. So before I get to the paper, let's do some scoring on our Berry Burst card base. So the Berry Burst card base, as I mentioned, was 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to score at 2.5. Right here, 2.5, 3 3/4. And, that went off. Okay, let's try that again. 3 3/4. Stay in the track, Rose. Stay in the track. Okay, so 2.5, 3 3/4, 6 3/4, right here. Oh my goodness. It's hard when you're standing up trying to do something. I'm so far away from the cardstock. 6 3/4, and then 8 1/4. So let me go back over that again. So 2.5, 3 3/4, 6 3/4, and 8 1/4. Okay, so we're just going to go with it. We've got all of this now. This is not symmetrical, okay? So this side here is bigger than the end. So one end does have a bigger end. So I'll explain that in just a second. But we are going to fold mountain, valley, mountain, and then a valley like that. So you see how that's like an accordion. This is what we're doing. We're doing an accordion fold like this. And then, of course, you always burnish your score lines. So I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and we're just going to make those score lines nice and crisp so that this will sit nicely. And we'll flip it over. I'm going to do the back side as well. All these score lines together. It really makes a difference to take that extra couple of seconds to score with the bone folder. Okay, so there's our card base. Now let's bring in some pieces. I have 2 pieces of Pretty Peacock that are 4 by 4. Okay, so 2 squares of Pretty Peacock. I also have a piece of Azure Afternoon that measures 2 1/4 by 4. I have a piece of basic white that measures 2 1/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's my cardstock. I also have some white scrap cardstock for stamping, and we're going to do some stamping, and we're going to do some die cutting on here. This is a big piece, but you don't need that big of a piece. Okay, so those are my cardstock pieces. Let's bring in my paper trimmer, excuse me, we are going to cut this paper. Okay, so we need 2 pieces of designer series paper that measure 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, so just slightly smaller than those pretty peacock borders, background parts. So 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Put this back in, and there's 1 and 2. Okay, so we just need the 2 pieces of designer series paper. Now, let's see on the back. So we have this bold pattern on the front, and we have the background has these stripes. I really like both, so I'm going to use both. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use the flip of this one, so you can interchange them. Okay, so we've got all our pieces. Now we're going to do some stamping. I'm just going to put all of this off to the side, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping on our scrap white here. And the stamp set, in case you haven't joined me this week, I am playing with Crafting With You. So Crafting With You is a photopolymer stamp set, and it has all the crafty things, right? We have a sewing machine, stamp and cut and emboss machine, knitting, painting, the easel, so gorgeous, right? And then you've got extra things here. We've got yarn for the knitters, and we have flowers, oh my gosh, baskets. And this, as if the stamp set isn't nice enough, the dies really take it up a notch, right? So you get a set of, how many dies are there? There's a set of 21 dies, you guys, and I have been using these all week, and they are stunning. I'm trying to show you all kinds of ideas with this set so that you can just run with it, right? It is so beautiful. Okay, so there's the massive 21 dies that you get when you buy the bundle, okay? There's an embroidery hoop. Look at that. You get the outline, and you also get the inside. We're going to play with the easel today and the scissors. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I'm going to bring in the easel stamp. So we have a stamp that's in the shape of an easel. Like, I just love this. This totally screams for my daughter. I have to make her a card with this one. My daughter's going off to University of Arts, Alberta University of the Art in September. So she is so excited, you guys, to go and study what she is so passionate about. I'm so excited for her. I'm going to have to make her a good luck card with this stamp set for sure. Okay, so I'm stamping the easel in Azure Afternoon, one of our new colors, brand new colors. And there we have it. Look at that. Woo, love it. Okay, and we have a die, of course, to cut that out. So there's my die. What else do we have here? I have on my block, I have the basket stamp. So there's a basket die, and there's just 2 different baskets. There's this one that you can stamp and cut, and then there's another basket that you can just die cut, and it looks like this. And then you get all the little embossed pieces or parts of the basket. So for that one, I'm going to bring another new color, not in color, this is a regular color, and this is pecan pie. So I'm going to use that to stamp my basket. I'm going to do that right here. There we go. And I also have the stamp that is the paintbrushes. So we need that to go with our easel for sure. So I'm done with pecan pie. And I'm not done with Azure Afternoon yet, but I want to stamp my paintbrushes now. So we're going to stamp our paintbrushes in Memento ink, and we'll put that one right here. And that's our, whoa, you know what? I'm glad this happened. Look how much ink I've got here. It actually went in the grooves. That is not the look I wanted. This one is way too dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my stamp, and I'm going to stamp lighter. So let's try that again. I've got my chamois here, and I'm just going to stamp on here, and there, it's clean. And then what I'm going to do is bring in my scissors. I'm going to just cut this easel, rough cut it. I'll just rough cut my basket out. We're going to die cut these in just a second, but I'm not real happy with those paintbrushes, so we're going to try again. I could flip it over, but some of it has, I've used so much ink that some of it has actually come through. So we don't like that. So we're going to just try again. So let's do a light tap, 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 and then stamp. There, that's better. So there's my little paint brushes. And of course there's a die for that. So I'm just going to just trim this a little bit. And let's see, we've got, let's grab the die. We've got a die for the paintbrushes right there. We've got a die for the basket. There we go. And we've got our easel. All right, what else do we have? I have some more, couple of other stamps I want to do. Actually, just one. This little one here, this is the flower. So there's a couple of little floral images here. There's the big one, and it kind of looks like it's a part of the easel, but it's not. It's two separate stamps. So we have the easel stamp, and then this is another one, and it has a die. And then there's a small flower that also has a die that coordinates with it. So I'm going to do some stamping on here. Now we have a flower and we have a leaf on here. So to isolate those and to add two different colors to your stamps, I want to show you how I tackle that. Let's just lower down a little bit here. I'm going to use my Berry Burst ink, and I'm going to use a baby wipe. Okay, so I'm just going to snip a little piece of cardstock because I want to make sure I can fit all of this on my platform. So I don't want to use too big of a piece. So it's just going to be a small piece. So I'm going to use Berry Burst ink, and I'm going to use my Old Olive marker to add green to the leaf. So here's what I do. You know, if I don't have the Berry Burst marker, but if you have markers, and I'm not talking about blends, I'm talking about the Stampin' Write markers. These markers are water-based, okay? And there are blends markers. Let me grab one and show you. So these are our markers, and these are the blends. So the difference in shape, these are alcohol, blends are alcohol, Stampin' Write markers are water-based, okay? So with a water-based marker, you do have a little bit of window of time where you can stamp, you can use your marker to ink up your stamp, and then you can stamp on your paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp into my Berry Burst. So I've got Berry Burst all over my stamp. I'm going to take a baby wipe, put my finger in there, and I'm just going to wipe off the leaves, okay? Just a little slight wipe off of the ink, and then I'm going to use the felt tip of my marker. I'm going to add some Old Olive right onto the stamp. Now you can't do this with blends because blends are alcohol based and that will dry before you have a chance to even stamp it onto the paper. So I'm going to take this now, and if you've been talking like I've been talking, it's probably dried. So I'm just going to huff on it with my breath like that, some hot air, and then I'm going to stamp it. And there we have it. So let me hold that closer so you can see. So there's my little flower. Let it focus there. The flower with the Old Olive leaf. And that's the easiest way to do that. If you don't have markers, or you only have, like me, I just had my Old Olive, but I have the Berry Burst ink. That's how you can do it. Okay, so now we're going to bring in that little die from my collection here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so look at that. So now we're going to do all the cutting of that. Let's see, I'm just double checking, make sure I got everything. Okay, so let's see if it'll fit. I think it might be able to fit. So let's close up this ink pad. Because I know that makes you nervous. It makes me nervous too when I leave them open, right? It's just an accident waiting to happen. Okay, so I've got my number 3 platform, my number 2 platform. We're going to put the easel right there. I think I'm going to probably, will I have room? Will I have room? Okay, so let's put the paintbrush. If I trim off the bottom of this easel, it's all about getting the real estate, the room on this platform. I could use my Big Boss, but I just want to try to see if I can fit it all on here. All right, let's grab the paintbrushes and we'll put those right here. I'm going to use Post-it notes to hold these in place. I'm going to grab a Post-it note. I'm going to just carefully place that right on top of my easel. Then I've got another Post-it note. We're going to put that, maybe we can do the basket and the paintbrushes together. And we'll make a little bit of room here for the flower. Okay. All right. So here's my sticky note. I'm putting it, and put the die on first, Rose. The die has to be there. That's the whole purpose of what we're trying to do. So I'm going to take this Post-it note. I'm going to use that to hold both of these gently like that. Okay. Don't move. Don't move. Okay. There we go. So then I've got my little flower. Can I fit it? Can I fit it? Yes. Look at that. There's my little flower. We're going to put that right there. And I'll grab another Post-it note. There we go. Now we've got everything on the platform. I'm going to bring in my top plate, put that on top, and my number 2 plate. And we're going to roll this through my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And there we go. Okay, so when you do this, you want to make sure that your inside piece, so you see how the side here, it's like an E. See that? See how the inside piece goes in a little bit? That's what you want. You want it to be like an E when it engages with the wheels. And I like to put my thumb on the platform, then I grab my 4 fingers, I come over here and I grab the top. And so my thumb is kind of guiding it a little bit. And then once it engages with the wheels, which are under the handle, I'm just going to hold at the top and I'm going to roll it through. I call that my little Stampin' Cut and Emboss yoga move. It's a thumb, then the hands, thumb and the hands. And it's so easy. Just try it next time you use your mini boss. It's so easy. Okay, so let's pull out all of our pieces here. Put our dies back where they belong. We'll grab our little paintbrush one and the scraps. Get rid of the Post-it notes. And we got a little floral here. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set, and you guys know I'm a fan of, die cutting first and then stamping. So you could do that, but today I did it the other way. I stamped, then I put all the die cuts on top and ran it through. I'm curious, what's your favorite way to do it? Do any of you die cut first and then stamp? Because that works as well. Okay, so we've got that done. Now, let's make sure that I've got no dies here. I'm not throwing anything in the garbage that's not supposed to be thrown out. That would not be good. Okay, so the easel, let's bring in a silicone mat. So for the easel, I'm going to stamp something on the easel because this is art. We're not going to have a blank easel, right? But let's just put all of our pieces here. And we're going to bring in the big stamp with the flowers. So I got my little one die cut here, but here's the bigger version. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp with Berry Burst. And we're going to just tap, tap on the Berry Burst. I'm going to grab a baby wipe. You could also use a Q-tip. And I'm just going to come around here. Let me come up close to the, usually you stamp first. Yeah, Christine says. So you can grab your baby wipe. I just got my finger in there. I'm going to go ahead and come around the sides of my stamp. I'm just looking for leaves. I'm just going to wipe off those leaves. So there's one there. There's 2 more right here. And then I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Write marker, not a blend. Make sure it's not a blend. A blend will not work for this technique. And we're going to just add our green onto those leaves. And we're going to just come around here, and you can try and be fast, but if you're not, no worries. You can huff on it like I just did. But I actually want this to be a light image. So I'm going to stamp off on my scrap paper. And then I'm going to stamp right in the center of my easel. I really wanted a light image. So let's see if that works. Yes, that's what I wanted. So you can see that's the full strength there on my scrap. And then this is the light. Let me hold it closer so you can see, just like a faint little image in the background. So then from the stamp set, there's an awesome stamp that says, "You Inspire Me." So I'm going to stamp that one using Memento. And I think I'm using all the stamps today, you guys, all the stamps. Okay, so "You Inspire Me." We're going to stamp that right on top. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Thank you for being here. We're going to stamp that right on top of that beautiful floral image. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love it. Okay, so now let's see. What else do we have to do? I also went ahead and die cut using the embroidery hoop. I cut this one using Azure Afternoon, and then I again did it with basic white. Okay, so this is what you get with this die. You get both pieces. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for joining me. So you get the ring and you also get the inside. So I have another combination here. So this is what I did. When you run it through, you're going to get the ring and you get the outside. They cut separately, right? So like switch them off, right? I'm going to use the Azure Afternoon with the white inside. But you know what? I'm going to hold on to this one because I could do some white embossing on here and keep on the blue and have a white background. So you don't want to waste any of your pieces. Okay, so on here, on the center, I love it because I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but you can see the stitching, beautiful, beautiful stitching on that piece. So we're going to stamp Sending You a Handmade Hug. And I thought I would bring in Azure Afternoon. Thank you, Marlene. I actually love this stamp set. I fall in love with stuff even more when I play with it, right? So if you've got stamps that you haven't used for a while, just start inking them up, and I guarantee you will fall in love with them when you use them. Okay, so Sending You a Handmade Hug, and then there's a little heart in the stamp set right down here. We're going to use that today too. Bring Back My Berry Burst, and we're going to stamp a little heart right here at the bottom. Like that. There we go. All right, so now we're going to, if I'm doing all the stamping, I might as well just finish the stamping. So let's bring in the piece for the card, my layers. I'm just looking for my layers here. I put them down somewhere. You guys know me. Oh, heavens. Here they are. They're underneath my card base. Okay, so we have all these layers. This basic white layer is my layer for my greeting. So that's going to go, we're going to put the third greeting. There's 3 greetings in this set, right? Or 4 actually with love. Life is better when you're crafting. I love that because it is so true, right? Life is better when you're crafting. So let's bring that one in. We're going to stamp that with Memento on here. Right in the center, like that. All right, there we have it. Okay, so now, what do we do now? Now we're gonna layer some stuff together. So first, I'm gonna flip this little embroidery hoop over, and I didn't get that little tiny piece poked out. There we go. I'm gonna add my glue to that piece, and it's gonna set for a couple minutes while I do the other parts of the card. So let's get the glue flowing. We'll put that around the embroidery hoop, like so. And then we'll just leave all these pieces, and I'll move my silicone mat off to the side. Let's bring back the card structure, and we're gonna layer all these pieces together. So the first thing I wanna do is to take my designer series paper, flip it over. We're gonna add glue, and we're gonna put this onto my pretty peacock layers here. And it's the same piece of designer series paper, but I love that this card shows both sides, right? Both pretty sides. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Yeah, no, that's right. I'm getting myself confused here. Okay, so this one's going on here. I wanted to show the torn little pieces of paper on this side. And the other side, I wanted to show the layers. It's still torn paper, but the way that they've laid it out like stripes, I just love it. All right, so now this is going to go right here. And if I look closely at the pattern here, the text is going that way. So this is going to be the up, and that's going to be the down. Nothing any worse than putting your card together and realize that you have your text upside down, right? So take a close look. You can't really read it. It's kind of like, you know, mumbo jumbo. It's just that typeset. But we're just going to make sure that the print is going in the words are going in the right direction. Okay, so now let's bring in our card. So this piece here is going to go at the top up here. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure you put your glue on the top part of your accordion, because you don't want to put glue down here, or you will glue your card shut. So I'm just going to put glue right up here, and I'm going to bring this piece in, and I'm going to hover down and just kind of make sure I've got about that 1/4 inch border all the way around. like that. And then let's open this up. This piece is going to sit right here. And the same idea, I'm just going to add glue to that flap like so. And if you're using this liquid, multi-purpose liquid glue, you don't really need that much, but it's a little bit goes a long way. So now what I want to do is I'm going to just come in here and just like hover over, but I want to gently fold this card down to make sure that the edges line up. Now this card was inspired by the amazing Lisa Curcio from the United States. I loved Lisa's version of this one. She did this a few months ago and I was like, I have to make this accordion card. So fun. She did different papers. It was from the mini catalog that is now retired, but I thought I would make it and bring in the current things and to use the Crafting with You bundle. So here I have my Azure Afternoon. That's going to go down here. So let's go ahead and put that down at the bottom like this. Okay. So there's the bottom piece. Now the white piece here, Life is Better When You're Crafting, that's going to go on top of that Azure Afternoon. And then you have, this is the part where you would be able to sign your card and to write your greeting, okay? This bottom piece. So here we go. We're going to put this right here like that. And now, my friends, we get to do the fun part, the decorating, the blinging up, the everything else, right? So the top part here is, I thought, was the perfect spot to put my easel. So let's flip over the easel. Let's bring all of our pieces back in here. Oh, I have other pieces that, okay, I'll get to that in 1 second. So let's do the easel first. We'll do one step at a time. So we'll do the easel. We'll grab some dimensionals. I'm going to add 4 dimensionals to the easel, the top part of the easel. Let's add dimensionals to all of this actually. If you got the dimensionals out, you might as well just dimensionalize everything. That's a verb, right? Dimensionalize. I'm making it a verb. Okay, so we're just putting all the dimensionals on and we're going to go ahead and peel all the backing off. I'm a big fan of doing bulk things. If I'm gluing, I'm gluing, right? If I'm dimensionaling, I'm dimensionaling. Okay, so now we're going to take the easel and we're going to put that right here on the top like that. Oh, these colors are just so cheerful, you guys. They're so beautiful. I love them. Okay, so the basket is going to sit down here beside the easel like that. And then the paintbrushes are going to go into the basket like so. So we can, I probably should have put them in the basket first, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So I'm just going to grab a dimensional and put it on the back of my paintbrushes, and we'll come in here and we'll just tuck that in like so. There's my paintbrushes in the basket. And then this little flower, we're going to use that to decorate the edge of the basket like that. So I'm just going to grab a little dab of glue, put it right here on the side. And just like that, the glue goes on a coffee break. Okay, no. There we go. It decided to work again. Okay, so there's my flower on the basket. Oh my gosh, so, so pretty. Okay, so let's open this up now. This layer right here is where I'm going to put the embroidery hoop with Sending You a Handmade Hug. So we'll put the dimensional one down first. Now, the outside part of the embroidery hoop has the glue on it and it's sticky, but it's not going to be all over my finger. So I'll hold that close and show you. Like, it's half dried, but what happens now is I can actually pick that up with my finger and not worry because it's not going to come off. It did not come off on my finger. So then I'm just going to come in here and wrap that around the embroidery hoop, and look how easy that was, right, to put that down. So there's the inside part, and the bottom part we are going to put, my sample, I'll show you my sample in a second, but I stamped it, but then I'm like, there is one die that I have not used this week, you guys, and it has to be used. So let me bring that in and show you what it is. It's actually this one right here. It's the scissors. So the die looks like this. Okay, it's scissors, and when you cut it, let me just poke that out. When you cut this one, you're going to get 2 parts of your scissors. So I went ahead and I cut it with basic black cardstock. right there, and I cut it with the silver foil cardstock. Okay, so we're going to put I'm going to show you how to put these scissors together. And I have that little piece I poked out is actually a piece of the silver foil, and we're going to use that too. And you don't have to, but I want to use it. Let's see. So we're going to just take the black layer. You can have whatever color you want, whatever. If you have a special pair of scissors that has red handles, you can make red scissors. I'm going to keep mine black, just like my snips. So on this little score line, I'll hold it close so you can see, there is a score line. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there is a score line there, and I'm just cutting on that score line, and there's just like a little indentation. So these ones, I'm going to just throw them out. I don't need them. And what I want to do now is I'm going to use the silver parts, and I'm going to add my glue just in the sections above that score line. So I'm just going to get my glue flowing here and add a little bit of glue. And the key word is little. Tiny bit of glue. And you can let this dry if you have time. You can just let it sit for a bit. If you're making a bunch of these, I would highly recommend letting it dry for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to grab the matching black handle, and I'm just going to lay it on top of the silver scissors like that. And do the same with this one. And then you can see how they're going to go together. So we're going to take the glue. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue, and you could use a glue dot if you wanted to. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. And make sure they stay lined up. And use your Take Your Pick tool. Pick up the one, the other handle, and lay it on top like that. And then that little dot that came out. Now, if you lose the dot, don't worry about it. You don't have to like worry about that little tiny dot. But if you have it, great. You could put it in the center. You could also put a rhinestone there, right? That would look awesome too. So let me hold that closer so you can see these adorable, adorable scissors. Oh my heavens. Aren't they amazing? This die, like these dies, you guys, they are something else, honestly. You get the scissors, you get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you get, oh my God, the embroidery hoop. Oh, and don't forget about the trimmer, the paper trimmer. Like that is gorgeous too, right? Okay, so these scissors, I'm going to put them on the bottom panel down here. So this card incorporates all of the fun, well, not all of them. I'm missing the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but I used that one yesterday. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of my scissors here, and we're just going to put that down here, and there we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Like how much cuter can Stampin' Up! Get with their supplies? Like seriously, right? So you send this to someone, they're like, you inspire me, sending a handmade hug. And then life is better when you're crafting. Like so fun. Now, if you need more places to like write, or you want to stamp some more stuff, I mean, how creative would it be to turn this over and add panels to the back? And then you could also add more creative stuff on the back. I'm really happy with this one. You know, I'll be able to write my little message down here. And I think this card just speaks for itself, right? It's so fun. Now that bundle, let me bring in my catalog and show you. There is a bundle in the catalog called Masterfully Made, and it's on page 102 and 103. And when you buy that bundle, you're going to get the stamps you see here on this page, and you also get the designer series paper, and you're going to get this amazing package of bling that you see up here in the corner. Let me open it up and show you. You get the white, the pretty peacock, and the pink sequins. Look at the shine, and they have the adhesive already stuck on the back. And my friends, you are going to get 300 of these absolutely stunning embellishments. And you can see, look at the cards that the design artists have made with this paper. So stunning. So this week I've played with Crafting with You, and today I thought, oh, this paper screams crafting and creativity and everything, you know, to inspire you, right? So we're just going to add some of these to my card to bling this up. And because I have 300, I'm going to be very, very liberal with my blinging up here. So I'm going to add like 3 to each panel, right? just to make it really, really special. So I'm going to use like a pretty peacock one there. I'm going to use 3 colors on each panel. So pink and white, and then let's open this up and we'll add some more. We'll add another one, pretty peacock, and a small pink. This is so fun that they do this with the sequins and the adhesive is already there. Okay, so sometimes it goes flying, but then if you have this take your pick tool, you know you can do anything with this tool. So that little pink one thinks it's getting away, but it's not. I'm gonna use the putty end of my take your pick tool and we're gonna put that right back onto where it belongs. There we go. Okay, one more white one down here, and then on my last panel, I'm gonna put one of each as well. I love bling. You can never have too much bling, right? And let's grab a white one and put right there. So I've used 9 of those bling on my card. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so happy you guys like this accordion card. I had a blast making this one. Now, my original sample that I made is here. I didn't put the scissors on this one. I stamped that gorgeous flower down in the corner. So you could do that as well. And then after I made these, I was thinking, oh, you know what? You could actually turn this card and turn it sideways and put your easel going that way. You could put your embroidery hoop going that way. Now this greeting, you could use a different greeting here because it would be too narrow, but you could still make it work with, you could stamp with love, or you can change around your greetings the way you put them so that they fit, right? So lots and lots of creative ideas with this stamp set. Unbelievable. If you don't have this one yet, grab it and have a blast. You are going to have a blast with it. Let me just flip you around here. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend too, Joy. It would be a keeper card. Well, thank you. That's a compliment. I hope you guys get your hands on this one and you get to make a whole bunch of stuff with, you know, the scissors, the embroidery hoop, the easel, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the paper trimmer. They knocked it out of the park with this one for sure. Thank you all for joining me, everyone. If you would like to place that order before midnight on Sunday, minimum $60 gets you bonus day $6 coupon, and I'm going to send you the 4 card packages so you can make 4 cards from my videos this week. So I can't wait for you to be able to craft with your own Crafting With You stamp set. You will need the stamp set and the dies. I will send you the paper that you have to die cut yourself, and you can go ahead and make that card and have a blast. Yes, Vicky. Vicky's asking. I will get this updated on my blog. I promise you. It won't be today. I have an appointment this afternoon, but I will get it up either later tonight or tomorrow. Okay. And I'll post here on my Facebook group when it's updated, and you can go over there and get all the measurements and scoring and everything so that you can make this card this way and maybe make a second one going the alternate direction. So many options. All right, I'm going to go and drink my coffee, maybe go warm it up and not spill it. And I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you'll come back and join me again on Monday at 9:30 Mountain Time. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.